Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a recreation of one of my really old looks. This one is like 8 years old and it's very popular, so I wanted to recreate it and simplify it for anybody who wants to do it on themselves. So to see how to go about this, keep watching. So for this look, what I used is the Maybelline concealer that I always use. This NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil, or any white pencil or something creamy that is white that'll create a nice thick base for your eyeshadow will work. And black mascara, felt tip eyeliner in black, and a eye pencil also in black. And the contacts I'm wearing are actually one of my most favorite contacts from TTDI. These are the pearl gray. I think they have the most beautiful tone and they're great for brown eyes to cover, and I think they just look really good. They look really nice, and I thought they would look great with this eyeshadow. Last time when I did it 8 years ago, I didn't have contacts, so it wasn't even a thought. I hadn't gotten an affiliate or anything, never heard of TTDI. So anyhow, let's continue. Here are the brushes. I brought some oldies back, actually one oldie, but I still have the original blending brush, and I still have a bunch of the originals, but I decided to just use this guy again, which is a tiny pencil brush, and I have used it before in my tutorials. And I have this other one too, and then this is also a thicker pencil brush. It's mainly pencil brushes here, and this is like a lip brush. It's very small, but it's used to apply creams. This angled eyeshadow brush and a small, see how small it is, blending brush. I'm not using a big one like I did last time. Try to simplify this a little more. I went back and watched my tutorials and I was like, oh my gosh, painful. That was before I even knew how to edit my videos. It was really bad. I don't even recognize myself. I was so skinny and I don't even look like me. It's so weird to look at and be like, who is that girl? I don't recognize her. Yeah, so let's start with the concealer. And I do this because I need something for my eyeshadows to stick to. Creates a nice smooth base. It's not overly dry or overly sticky. And it provides enough coverage to create that smooth canvas you need for eyeshadow. So this look I decided to recreate because it's still to this day getting pinned on Pinterest. I don't know how many times I've seen it. It's been in articles, it's everywhere. Yeah, so I decided, you know what, since people love it so much, and I bet it's frustrating to go back to those old videos and be like, oh no, this takes too long, because it's a 2-part video and oh my gosh, it's not the best, and the quality of the camera is like really bad. But anyway, I'm gonna start with this. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys the palettes. So these are the 3 palettes I'm using. The Juvia's Place Saharan 2, the Warrior 2, and their Festival palette. So the colors that you are going to need are going to be a red, matte red, a shimmery white, a burgundy color, a really deep red, a brown. It's okay if it's not too, it's like a medium brown, and then this type of reddish tone shimmer if you have it, and black and vanilla or semi-white. off-white, black, and this vanilla. Now the colors I used there are no longer available. They're from a company that I used to make looks for using their products. They would send me product and I would create looks. But they had to shut down last year, I think, which was really sad because they had some really unique natural mineral eyeshadows and they had some beautiful colors. But now we will use these. I'm gonna start with the red. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. And not the red, with the white. I am gonna repeat some steps because I looked to see how did I do it then and how I would do it now, and I'm like, well, it's kind of similar except that I would skip like 15 steps. I was still very new, self-teaching myself makeup. Take this guy right here, and didn't really, I don't know, technique, wasn't sure about technique, and it was back when everyone was barely getting started. So I'm gonna pat in here to soften that. And yeah, so there was like a lot of back and forth. With that, why it's not. Make sure it's nice and thick. And also my eyelids are 8 years older, so they're not as, you know, firm as they used to be. And they're kind of wrinkly now. Now we're going to go into the red with the pencil brush, this one right here. This matte red. And as always, a little bit at a time on the outer corner. Tap, tap, tap. And then we're going to bring it in, creating like a C, a long C shape. Applying a little bit more like a little bit at a time so you don't end up losing control over the color. And then blending it at the same time with the brush. So apply and blend, go in, and as you go in, bring that brush out a little bit. So you press and then you come out, so it creates a smaller line, or a thinner line. That's how you do that. You barely touch it right here, because otherwise you'll end up with like a fat line. So press and then very lightly, just barely touching the eyelid. That's just to create the shape that you're going to follow. Making red our base color. Patting outer corner like that. Now I'm going to take the tiny little detail brush here into the red, and we're going to line underneath, because the underneath is also layered with a few colors. So just like that. Now we are going to use this guy with the red to really define that right here. Take the blending brush and I'm going to blend this red. Now if you want to go in here without creating it a big, you tilt it so just this part touches your eyelid, like that. Not like this, but at an angle, so just that very edge touches, and then you can go over here and then blend. Remember not to press the brush really hard against your eyelid, just really lightly. Kind of like you're dusting. Bring it in a little more. And now we have the shape that we're looking for. Or that we want. Shape we want. I'm not looking for it, we're creating it. Now we're gonna go into the Burgundy. Taking this palette. Same pencil brush, we're gonna be reusing this, and if you need to use a washcloth to wipe it off, I do that all the time. It's dry, cleans off the color without making your brush all wet if you use like a makeup wipe. So into the Burgundy, and we're gonna pat. Outer corner, pat, pat, pat. This will really change the tone of the eyeshadow, which is what we want, because we don't want Christmas, we want Halloween, vampire type of look. That's what this look is. It's more like a daring vampire inspired. My cat is dreaming. He's sleeping back there in my closet. That's my closet back there. He's snoring. I don't know if you can hear him. Oh my god, that's so cute. I'm sorry, that's just too cute. Okay, so I keep putting more and more, but that's what you want, like to change the tone. And I'm gonna apply the brown, but I'm gonna use this one. So we're gonna go into the brown with this other, one of the OGs, the originals, and outer corner, and bring it up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to blend those two with our little blending brush. And lift your eyelid if you need to get in there. Next up, we're going to do the black with this little brush again. Into that black, and right here, right by the eyelashes, that's where I applied it, and then brought it up just a little bit, not all the way, but just at the corner, like that. This look, I came up with it back when red was a scary color to wear on your eyes. Nowadays, they wear any color, doesn't matter. Back then, it was like, oh my gosh, wow, that's not something I'd wear, you know? I'm also going to go underneath with the Burgundy. So with this guy, Burgundy, down here, and a little bit of brown because we want to match the color just on the outer corner, and then the black also on the outer corner like that. Just like that. I'm blending some more. Just want to make sure these match. Like that. And now we're going to go like this with whatever's left over on the brush. We're going to pat it to blend them together. To that white with the angled, to that shimmery white, and we're just going to pat pat it down. Sometimes I think so. My thought is like so fast that my mouth is like woo 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 woo. Hold on a minute. To the vanilla shade with this angled brush and just blend it lightly, letting the shape of the, we don't want to put too much, so just a little bit at a time, enough to like in and out. So using this kind of like as a color to blend it with. Brought that red in more. This all the way in with whatever's left, just to make sure these two are the same. I'm gonna line the waterline, and I'm gonna tightline as well. Tightlining is just going on the top lash line. Eyeliner. So I'm lining the whole eye. Staying flat against the eyelashes. And all the way down, but it's not a wing, it just ends right there at the end of the eyelashes. A little more black down here just so it looks even. Lastly, we're gonna add that shimmery color right here, because that one will really make it look very similar to the other one. So I'm just patting it over the red. And here as well. Doesn't really change the color, but it adds to it. That's what we want. I don't know if the pictures, because I used my phone, will show up, but it's really beautiful in person. So if you do try it with these palettes, then you're gonna love it, I think, if you like this kind of stuff. So no wonder it's so popular. No more blending. And now mascara. And for the sake of staying close to the pictures that are out there of this look, I'm going to use this on my lips. It's the Metaholic Velvet Mousse from Hard Candy and Dahlia. It's a really dark, rich burgundy red. So and I wanted to match a little more, so I'm going to go into this burgundy. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush into the burgundy and tap. There, that's much better. And that is the look, the recreation of Red Daring. It's still very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that and that you do try it out. It's very fun and different. Yeah, don't forget to give my video the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed for more tutorials to come in the future. And as always, rock on. Taking it back to the past. Ooh, ooh, ooh.